Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome back to another video. So we finally have our first look, kind of. It's not like our first look, but we actually have some dialogue of when Maggie and Negan are actually going to meet in episode 17. We have the actors and the actresses, and they're actually they're doing a table read, and they did the scene, and we're hearing a lot of dialogue. It's kind of cut up like it's a trailer though, but it's a confrontation, and I mean they really get into it. It is so exciting. I had to talk about it. I was working on my Fear the Walking Dead review, so I guess I should let you guys know that tonight I will have my Fear the Walking Dead review coming out right after the episode, followed by World Beyond, and then I also have a video after that. It's a very special video because of something that happens in World Beyond. So yeah, if you want all my content on all that, make sure to be a subscriber because there is so much stuff to talk about right now. This table read scene was very, very exciting. So before we go any further, I do have to warn you for spoilers, I guess, for episode 17, because this is stuff that we're going to see in that episode. And I know people sometimes like to just go watch the episode without watching trailers and all that. But yeah, it's kind of a minor spoiler warning, but it's something that does happen in the episode. So like I said, I got this article here from comicbook.com. I will leave a link down below if you actually want to check out the article, but there's like this bonus episodes preview, and we see Negan and Maggie. They talk, and we also have Maggie talking with Carol and with Daryl kind of too. Actually, I don't think Maggie talks with Daryl, but I think Carol talks with Daryl afterwards. And so I think this first episode, episode 17, is going to focus on that. It's going to be all of them reacting to the fact that Negan is out, and what do you do that Maggie's back now, and what does that mean? And man, I never realized how bad it's going to be for Negan. Like for that character to just survive, it's going to be so hard. The fact that Maggie's there, she is going to give him a hard time. And the thing is, it's not like Daryl's totally in the clear either, because actually in the clip here, like he does say that nothing's decided on Negan, which is it's a pretty crazy statement to say because Daryl was pretty decided last season, right? And he's not decided on him anymore because of the heroic acts he's been doing. He's been kind of redeeming himself. And so now Daryl he's kind of second guessing it. He's like, you know what? He could probably help out Alexandria a lot. And he served a lot of time in there. Obviously not enough, but it's a TV show. It's just, and he's a fan favorite. And just the way that they've been working it out, it's like Negan has changed a lot. He's not that person anymore. He really isn't. I don't think he would do that stuff again. But there's Maggie who just can't get over it because she also reveals in here that that's the reason why she left. But actually, let's just actually get into the scene here and talk about what happened, and then we'll discuss everything afterwards. So the scene begins with Maggie seeing Negan, and again, they're seeing each other. And then Negan says, "Hey, Maggie." And then Maggie's looking at him, and she says, "So you're out." And then Negan says, "I didn't escape if that's what you're thinking." And then there's like a cut or something like that. And then we get something with Carol later on. And I guess it's a scene with Carol and Maggie alone. It's possible that Daryl's here, but I don't know. But Carol is with Maggie, and Carol goes to tell Maggie that Negan was with the Whisperers at nighttime, and that she thought that she should just hear it from her. And I think actually what that means is that Carol is just confessing everything to Maggie, saying, yes, I let him out, and he did a lot of good things, but he also, he was a part of the Hilltop attack. He was with the Whisperers at night, and so I don't know what that means. Obviously, there's a reason why he did it. I mean, he shot one arrow, right? Like, yeah, he was a part of it. I doubt his arrow did anything. He couldn't not do it. It would look like it was so fake. Like, if he was actually going to kill Alpha and himself survive, like he had to play the game, right? But then Maggie seems shocked, and afterwards she says, "It was you? Like, you let him out?" And Carol says, "We were going to lose everything. Negan's the reason we didn't." And then it cuts to something with Daryl, and again, Daryl could be in the same scene, but Daryl says, "Look, nothing's decided with Negan yet." And then afterwards, Maggie reveals that she left because of Negan. She didn't want Herschel around or to be around him and just live in that because it was just taking too much of her headspace. She also says that she found someone named Elijah, another community, and then it just felt like it was so peaceful, and it was like this whole new life. So I'm wondering if the masked figure, if his name is Elijah, because that could be that, right? Like, she's with him. It is episode 17. That could just be the reveal. So it is a new character. And I mean, at this point, it has been confirmed already, right? Like, it makes sense that it would be a new character. It's just, to get the name, I guess, is awesome. And I can't wait to learn more about this person and I guess what Maggie's been up to for the last however long. But the dialogue in this scene, I mean, man, they really get into it. And this really is our first look at episode 17. Like, I do think we're going to actually get the footage at some point next month, but it makes sense that they could reveal something like this. And I wasn't thinking about that, but they are very clever with that. Like, to do that, to actually reveal that and give us this first look at episode 17, and just the way that they actually edited the whole thing, or edited the table read, it was like it was a trailer again, because you had the reaction to Maggie seeing that Negan was allowed out, and then just that dialogue right there. I mean, man. So we know we're getting that in episode 17. Like, we know that's going to be the first thing that happens, which that it makes a lot of sense. Like, that's something you can't ignore. And the reason why I was talking about that in the beginning, about Negan having a very hard time with just with Maggie being back. Yes, I know a lot of fans, most fans now like Negan, I would say, but there's a lot of fans who don't, and I guess who would side with Maggie. But realistically, Maggie, like, she can never accept him. If I was in her position, I would never accept that. I could never, ever accept that. I don't know how I could. So I hope fans don't give Maggie a hard time with that, because that's just, it's understandable, obviously. She lost her husband because of him. Like, her son has no father now because of him. Doesn't matter how good he is, he did that, and she will never be okay with that. I don't know where things go for him, because Maggie she's pretty powerful. It's not like she's just like this random, I mean, it depends on where she's at right now, but I would imagine that she's going to be the leader of the Hilltop still. She can make a lot of decisions. She can really do whatever she wants. And I mean, it's not like they have a lot of rules and stuff in the Hilltop in Alexandria anyways. If she wanted to like kill him, she probably could. It's just, yeah, I don't know. It's going to be scary, because the thing for Negan is he doesn't really have any protection either. Like, I'm sure he can handle himself, but it's like, if people want him dead, like was Daryl going to protect him? Like, he could. Carol might, but I don't know. Like, how do you make that argument? And I do like the fact that this is going to be playing a huge role in the final season, because when Negan arrived, it was like this crazy, just, I don't know why I want to say apocalyptic. It's not really the word, but it was just, it was a major moment in the series. It changed everything. And the fact that Rick, actually, it's not even that. If they would have killed him back then, I think it would have been a little more calm, but Rick decided to keep him alive. And that was also a big moment, because that just changed the relationship with everyone, because so many people want him dead. And Rick was like, no, I want to keep him alive, because it's more of a symbol of who we once were, sort of thing. And I think that's just, for him, it's like, it means a lot to Rick. Obviously, it's a lot of more personal reasons and stuff, but I think to everyone else, like, that's why. That was the whole point of the first 5 episodes of season 9. But the thing is, Maggie was gone at a certain point, and she hasn't been around for most of the Whisperer arc, right? And Negan, he hasn't really actually been around for most of the Whisper arc either. Like, when he was around, he was in that cell, or he got in trouble in Alexandria. But when he left for most of season 10, when he was actually in the Whisperer camp and stuff like that, like, that's where he was. To come back now, like, now we're forced to deal with that. And the fact that Carol's going to have to confess to everyone that she's the one that let him out. How are people going to view that? But I do think, like, I think Negan, if he has a chance at all, it's because of Carol. Because Carol's right, like what we see here. I wish I could say teaser. It's basically a teaser, though. Like, this is legit dialogue from the first episode, or episode 17. But Carol says, we were going to lose everything. Negan's the reason we didn't. And that's true, because of him. Like, he did so much, even in his fight with Beta, right? Like, he was probably going to die. If Daryl didn't do that, he was dead. But not only that, he killed Alpha. He went through all of that with the Whisperers, and he killed Alpha. Like, he is a major, like, he did more than Daryl did in the Whisperer arc. So Carol has a point. Negan is the reason why they never lost everything. Like, I don't know, if they never had him, like, what would have happened? He was kind of the hero of the Whisperer arc. He saved everybody. I think that's why Daryl's a little more confused about it too, because he knows what they did. What he did was so heroic. He had helped them out so much, and he has changed. He has seen how he is with Judith, with Lydia. A lot of people have seen that he's changed a lot. Like, Gabriel, that's one character. I want to know how he feels about Negan, because he's always been really good at calling him out on his shit, right? And so if Gabriel is siding with maybe allowing Negan to be out in Alexandria and stuff, then maybe that's the way that they have to do it, right? But what happens then between Hilltop and Alexandria? Is there a feud there? Like, we only got a little bit of a teaser here, but it seems like Maggie is not happy. She does not agree with it. But she just got back. She has some other things she has to focus on, but she is not happy at all. So, yeah, I don't know what that's going to do, because, like, Maggie, she has a lot of power, but, like, she doesn't have that much power within Alexandria. Like, she can't just decide, like, You know what I mean? Yeah, if she's upset with it, she can be upset with it and do whatever she wants to do, but she can't force people to put him back in that cell, because really, you're going to put him back there after everything he did in the Whisper arc? Like, it's just such a... I'm thinking he's going to go there right away, though. I feel like they're going to put him in there at first just to see what to do with him. But I don't even know, maybe not, because you want to have a change of scenery with that character, right? You don't want to put him back there and have that whole thing again. So I really don't know. All I know is this is exactly what I expected, and I am just so happy that Maggie is back on the show, because this is going to get very interesting, especially when Herschel, like little Herschel Ree, when he comes onto the show and Negan has to meet him. That's going to be, oh my God. Because Negan's really good with kids, right? I guess we've only really seen with Judith and I think with RJ, but like he's pretty good. With, I think he would be a really good uncle, right? But Herschel, he's going to look at this kid and man, he's just got to feel so bad because he took his father away. I can't wait for those scenes. It's going to be some powerful stuff right there. So overall, this was just amazing. I'm going to have to go back to actually doing the reviews for tonight, but I couldn't. I had to talk about this because this was crazy. So post all your thoughts down below. Let me know what you guys are thinking about all of this, and I'll see you guys in my reviews coming up tonight.